Hello students, welcome back class 11. Today I am discussing a new topic, continue statement. Last time I have discussed about break statement. Now I want to discuss continue statement. So the continue statement means we can the current updates the current iteration of loop by skipping over the rest of the statement in the loop body. It immediately transfer controls to the beginning of the next iteration of the loop. Okay students, so here I am giving one example to understand this thing easily. Working of continue statement, okay, it is a opposite of break statement. Okay, you can see here I am taking the while loop, so you can see while test condition, then statement 1, then if condition is true, then here I am using continue, so it will directly jump to the while loop and this part will execute. Okay, so it will repeat again and again because this is continue, so continue direct jump to the while part. Okay, otherwise if condition is false, then it will not execute. Statement 2 and statement 3 will execute, and after completing this loop, statement 4 and 5 will execute. Okay students, so here I am giving one example. Okay, you can see, okay, this is our loop. Okay, here I is equal to 1 while I less than 5, I means 1 less than equal to 5. Okay, it is true, so it comes enter, and if I means 1 is equal to 3, no, so it will jump to the else part, then print I. So I means it will display 1, then I plus 1 means 2. Okay, then it will jump directly because this loop is running, so control move here directly to the while part. 2 less than equal to 5, okay, this is true, come inside. 2 equal 3, no, it is false, so it will move to the else part and it will display 2, so 2 plus 1 3. Now control move to here, then 3 less than equal to 5, yes, then if 3 equals 3, yes, this time it is true, then 3 plus 1, okay, I have 4. Now continue, so continue jump to the directly the while part. Okay, so 4 less than equal to 5, yes, it is true, but 4 equal 3, it is false, then else part will execute, then print 4, then 4 plus 1 5, so again move to here, 5 less than but equal to 5, yes, then I equal 3 means 5 equal 3, no, false, then else part will execute, print 5, then 5 plus 1 6. Okay, now it will control come to the here, then 6 not less not equal, so then while loop will terminate, then end of the program you can see 1 2 4 5. Okay, so you can see the process of continue statement. Now same thing we can use continue statement in for loop. Okay, so for while in sequence, statement 1, if condition is true, then while directly use the for, then it will continue again and again until the condition become false, so it will continue. Okay, so you can see here I am giving one example, same example you can see, for I in range 1 6. Okay, so means the 5 times this statement 1 2 3 4 5 times it will execute, but here I am using the continue statement, so I want to control this loop. So I means the value of I is 1 equals 3, no, it is false, then print I, it will display 1, then again control move to here, the next value of I is 2 equals 3, no, then else part will execute and it will display 2, then again control move to here, then I in range I will now value is 3, 3 equals 3. Yes, it is true. So I plus 1. So I become 4. Then continue. So continue, jump to the here. Okay. So again true. So 4 equals 3. No, false. Then else part will execute. Then it will display 4. Okay. Then control move to here. Then 5. The value of I is 5. 5 equals 3. No, false. So else part will execute. It will display 5. Then 6 will not execute because range function only one less, 1 to 5. So it will false. End of the program will show 1 2 4 5. So in this example you can see the working of continuous statement. Okay, so we can continue our statement, but we must use if else statement. Okay, to use break and continue statement. And when you use continuous statement, you keep in mind you in advance increment your value, otherwise it will continue again and again infinitely. Okay, so you must change the value of I and other variable, then you can use continue. Okay, so our loop in work is systematically. Okay students, now the new concept is nested loop. Means a loop may have another loop in its body. This form of a loop is called nested loop. In a nested loop, the inner loop must terminate before the outer loop. You can imagine in last session, if inside if. So we can say nested if else. Okay, if inside if, we can say this is a nested if else. So it is possible, loop inside loop, it is possible. So we can say nesting of loop. So you can see in the example, you can see the while statement, but in while another while statement. Okay, so we can say this is a nested while loop statement. Okay, so this is our inner loop, we can say inner loop, and this is our outer loop. So inner loop execute terminate first. Okay, so same example we can take, but in the case of for loop. Okay, this is our nesting, you can see nesting for loop, this is our inner loop, and this is our outer loop. Okay, this is outer for loop and this is inner for loop. Okay, so inner loop terminate first. Okay, then outer loop. So we will discuss. Okay, but it is possible, loop inside loop it is possible, so we can say nesting of loop. Loop inside loop it is possible, we can say nesting of loop. Okay, so you can see this is a structure of nesting. Okay, so we have several concepts using loop, nesting of loop, break statement, continue statement, loop else statements. Okay, there are several concepts regarding looping. Okay students, now I am giving one example of nesting concept. Okay, you can see in highlighted yellow light, this is a nesting. Okay, so I want to explain the execution process. So I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. Okay, now I less than equal to 1, I means 1. 1 less than equal to 1, yes, it is true. So inside this loop will work. While j means 1, 1 less than equal to 2, yes, true. So it will display j value 1, then j plus 1 means 2. So again control move to here, 2 less than equal to, yes, equal to 2, see, it is true. Then it will display 2, now 2 plus 1, 3. So it will display 3, but it false. Okay, now control move to here. Okay, now I plus 1. So last value of I is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Control move here. So you can see it is false. So you can see 1 to end of the program. So you can see first this part will execute. Only one thing you keep in mind, when condition is true, it will work. When condition is false, it will not work. Simple thing. Okay. Now same program we will convert into for loop. You can see for in I in range 1, 2. So this statement will execute. Okay, but here another for loop. So we can say this is a nesting of loop. So you can see for j in range 1, 3 means this print statement will repeat 2 times. So you can see j 1 and 2. Okay, then it is false. then move control to here again, then because 1 and 2 only one time it will execute, so it is false. So you can see only 1 and 2 you can see. This is the end of the program. So today I am discussing a new concept of our looping, the continue statement, the nesting concept. Okay, so inner loop terminate first, then outer loop work. If outer loop is false, then remaining part of the program will execute. Okay, so thank you students.